Well, hello everybody. We're back here at the festival. I have two little rock stars with me. Whenever I'm not really sure what to do, I try to find super capes on the back, little red capes with a big S. Super kids, super cape, and they always tell me young adults. So here at Celebration Sea Foundation, two youth ambassadors for our dear friend Wyland, and from our foundation at the Eco Discovery Zone, which 11,000 families have lost their homes. So the whole format of the weekend is to try to support. You have diapers, and with Elmira Lito, the heart of the KeysStrong organization, please help us support them. But literally what's going on today is there's a guy who we are very, the marine artist. Our beautiful KeysStrong shirts actually have one of his, 2 seconds, he donated this beautiful pelican. But we have two of his youth ambassadors. Your cool organization. Who you are, and let's get into the cool stuff you do.
I'm Landon Patricio.
And Trent, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Trent Tugis, but I'm his friend. I'm Landon's friend.
So both of you guys always talk about the watch it, don't botch it. I think that's super cool, right? Camera or something, you shot this great video. So you've been doing videos to try to get people. How old were you when you started?
I was 10 or 11.
Right? So you guys shoot the videos,
Yeah, my brothers do that now.
Yeah, put the good young
And it's a
work. It explains to people. What was the deal in that video that you? What's the?
sharks, but they're just
They're gonna eat a diver.
really gentle, and then they're just like a big waste.
Where was that footage?
Cancun, it was easing the hair.
People hear a whale shark, right?
No,
They didn't eat you up and spit you up. Huge.
Yeah, they're like a little bit. You get to like 80 or.
You guys are doing. You want to explain what Wyland? So our dear friend Wyland, who is actually inspiring. What was this?
Like something that you can help save turtles. Like these are 10 easy steps that.
So why don't we go one after the other? Let's go with the 10. So that would be like a turtle shell.
Yeah.
Anything that has to do with a turtle animal.
Like they have to kill the animals.
Don't buy it, because if you buy it, you want to tell. What's number 2?
Number 2 is tell boaters to slow down because they could hit a turtle or they could run over a turtle.
So by slowing down, a lot of times when the turtle is kind of slow, it goes up for breath, it's on the surface, people don't see it. What happens and how does that hurt the turtle?
Well,
the boat literally whacks the turtle, right? Which can crush the shell or hurt the animal, right? So by slowing down and being more respectful, also manatees, same problem, by the boating, right? So that's number 2. What's number 3?
buy U.S. shrimp.
Buy U.S. shrimp?
Yeah.
So how does that help? This is cool. This is explain to everybody.
So like they use TEDs, turtle X. There's like an easy way for the turtles to get out. They get caught in the net. Like there's like a.
So it's the way that they're harvested. If you support shrimp that are harvested and harvesting shrimp that are not in a process that will save the turtle.
Well, yeah. So like it's like a shrimp net, but they have like an exit for.
What do you know? What I don't have the answer either. Do you know what countries are doing that responsibly, or how would you know? A great point, and even for us, we should know, is that by virtue of that process, if we Google it, there must be a place that people who are responsibly fishing shrimp, which provide that exit for the turtle. What is the answer there? So the United States is responsibly harvesting shrimp, so that the turtle can exit out the back without being killed. Okay, that was 3. Number 4?
Support turtle hatchlings.
So what does that mean?
Hatchling releases. I mean, it means like scientists, they'll get injured baby turtles, and they'll like rehabilitate them basically. We'll all go out at night and we'll release them back into the water so that they can go and have a life in the water.
So when you talk about hatchlings, so even people understand, that's the baby. Hatchling is the little hatched baby, right? What's the issue? You want to tell everybody about the light? What's the problem with lights and turtles and how that gets complicated?
Well, a lot of beaches are like close to maybe houses or even lights. You can distract the turtles, like big ones and little ones, from going because they look at the moon to go out to the water.
Right?
Yeah, so if they see a different light, they won't be able to get to the water, so they'll die. They'll get eaten by birds, little babies can. So it's really important to walk. Make sure you have a red light, so that will distract them.
Because the red light doesn't suck them up. So because we're about to actually have to change tape and go through Lowe's, I want to make sure. Is there any place that they can find these things?
Wildlife right here. We just go.
So if we go to WOW, is it .org? What's the website?
www.wildoverwildlife.net.
Okay, www.wildoverwildlife.net, yes. And so all of these 10 things that we can all do are going to be on the website, right? Great. So Fraser's changing tape, so we're just going to go back and we'll edit that in a minute. Go ahead. For those of you Facebook Live, it's okay. We're going to get back to you. We're live, okay. So now we can go back to the fact that we were talking about the light. Red light does not destroy. Hit it. What's the fifth thing we can do to save and help turtles?
The turtles, they have like baby turtles, and then they have like medium turtles, and then they wait for them to...
They could support them and let them know that that business is a hatchery or any museum or people that are helping people.
This is stay away from nesting turtles.
So when we look on the tape on the beach.
So if you're walking a thing where you see 3 pieces of wood stuck around, that would wash and tape around it.
Those things are the mothers harm the nest, right? So that's
photography, like for the like the flash would be so bright and like so quick.
So we're back to just way back.
Yeah.
The back might be flashlight would totally disorient.
Turtles take flights with him.
It's a different frequency of orienting. Just regular light, like the moonlight is what we're looking for. So that's 8.
Just clean up all the trash,
So now we die. The baggie receive those eats that plastic to try to digest the plastic bag, right? Dolphin or it was a pygmy whale. They scoped it on a park bench. Not even in the water. Ends up where turtle says, "Hey, look at that."
Fishing line, they can get dolphins. It like cuts off the circulation.
Will live. It goes on for the plastics.
Now.
So it goes.
So if you dug a
Tend to dig it out, right?
Yeah. So basically, what that can do is it turn around because it won't want to nest there anymore, and it won't really have its baby. And the little baby turtles could also get stuck in the holes, and the big ones, it could disrupt the hatchlings and the nesting turtles.
So on your site on WOW, can people go there and see that list of 10 to help?
Yes. Yeah.
So they'll be able to go there. So in closing, there's a cool story about relevance and what's important to kids. So your mom shared with me, both your moms, that at some point there was a list of people that were most important in your life. And of the 4 people on Mount Rushmore, you want to tell the Mount Rushmore story? Because we're all Wyland fans, and he was actually pretty close to a pretty important guy in the history of mankind. So listen, of the 4 people who are most important in these kids' lives, can you explain who were the 4 on that list?
I could.
What was the question? How did this start, right? Like Mount Rushmore, right?
Mount Rushmore.
If you could change the people's face on Mount Rushmore, which are our presidents, right? Who are selected by you and your brothers to be on Mount Rushmore. Number 1, okay, that would have been Washington. Number 2,
one of my
4. Number 3,
Steve Irwin. He was like
rest his soul. What a special bird. And then lastly, our dear friend
Wyland.
Yeah. All Wyland Youth Ambassadors. So of the 4 people that were really important, Jesus, Derek Jeter, Steve Irwin, and our pal Wyland on Mount Rushmore, right? Live here on Facebook. What else would you guys like to say to other kids? Because you guys are like the hope. Everybody looks at you handsome kids going, wow, things are good. What would you want to tell everybody to do?
You can go to, you can on YouTube, you can search up Take 10 for Turtles. It's another YouTube video.
Take 10 for Turtles?
Yeah.
So on YouTube, it's a channel?
You can just search that up, and then it's probably going to be Derek Petrisco, and it's under there.
The 3 handsome brothers, okay. So Take 10 for Turtles on YouTube.
Yeah.
And they can see all of those as well as all your other great videos under WOW, right? Like Watch It, Don't Botch It, the other ones you've done?
Yeah.
Great. So we'll be here for the rest of the weekend, live here on Facebook, but it's all about, when you think about good things happening, these little rock stars are the ones doing the work. So thank you guys for sharing your story in the top 10, which will all be on WOW, and we'll be broadcasting all weekend here live at the Coconut Grove Seafood Festival at the Eco